every day I say, look, you gotta have 10 minutes for yourself. You don't have 10 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. I do this process, and it's 10 minutes, I put some music on, I do this massive change in my breathing, so it radically changes the way I feel. And then I do this 3-step process. First, I do 3 minutes of gratitude, where I think of 3 things I'm really grateful for, and I associate, I don't think of it over there, I feel it. And the reason is, when you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness. So I wire myself. I've got a highway to gratitude, which changes all your emotions. And then I do a 3-minute process of kind of a prayer for my family and friends. And then I do a 3-minute process of the top 3 things I want to accomplish. I see it as done and I feel it. I'm done in 10 minutes. So sometimes I go 20, but my deal is 10, so there's no excuse not to do it. Listen, we've all had times when you snapped at somebody and you felt bad because it wasn't them, it was the state you're in, right? Well, there's no excuse for that. If you prime yourself, you set yourself up. They've done studies where they go to people and they have a man walk up to you and say, could you hold this for me? He hands you a cup of coffee. It's an actor. And then he takes some out of his pocket, then he takes it back and says, thank you. 100 people, they do it with iced coffee. 100 people do it with hot coffee. 45 minutes later, another actor comes by and says, listen, we're doing this little test for $5. Would you read this 3 paragraphs and answer 3 questions? Most people say yes. It's a little story. The questions are about the character. What's the character like? 80% of the people that got iced coffee say the person is cold and mean. 81% of the people that got hot coffee say the person is warm and gentle or nice. That's how much we can be primed by our environment. We think we're just feeling what we're feeling, but our environment, if we don't take control of our environment, it takes control of us. Well, my mom, I was going to USC. I wanted to be a journalist, sports. I was taking journalism. I was getting a scholarship. And then I had some major challenges in my family. I had to take care of them. And then my mom got very upset. I have 4 different fathers. So I kind of had to take over. And so I went and started my first business at 17. It was working for a man named Jim Rohn. And then I started off and became a seminar broker. I actually filled other people's seminar events. And then I got better than the people I was promoting. And after a while, I decided, heck, I should do my own. And then I began to just expand and do work. And when I started turning around athletes and Olympic athletes, and I got to Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa, and then I got to President Clinton, and it just grew. I always tell people, there's a daily practice like priming. If you don't do that, if you get up and you just have no discipline whatsoever, you get no value of anything. Diets don't work when you don't do them. Exercise doesn't work when you don't do them. But most of the people have some experiences that they want to shift. And once you shift those things, your whole life changes. But life is constant growth. My life isn't here because I went to one seminar one time and now my life is fit for life. I work out, I train my mind, I train my body, and it becomes a lifestyle. It's not just like you're depending upon somebody else. I'm not here to become somebody's guru. I'm not here to give them a gift. I'm here for them to open up their own gifts. And that's really what my work has been. I get frustrated, I get angry, I get all those things. I just don't stay there. I mean, I used to be there for a month or two. I used to live in depression. I was 38 pounds heavier than I am now. I lost everything. I moved into a little 400 square foot bachelor apartment in Venice, California, feeling sorry for myself. But I got so near the end where you think life has no meaning, it scared the hell out of me, and I developed tools, and I've never gone back there. But I'm happy the vast majority of the time because I'm doing what I love, with who I love, and there's a meaning in what I do. When you have those 3 things, life is pretty magnificent. I'm no longer a vegan. I was a vegan for about 15, 18 years. So I eat fish and I eat vegetables, but I'm a boring diet. Now my wife, when I first met her, she liked wheatgrass and she was a phlebotomist and nutritionist. And I thought, this is gonna be the greatest thing in the world. I went to lunch with her. We zig and then she zags and has that. And so I'm much more balanced than I was, but I'm still, I'm stronger than I've been when I can lift at 55 years old than when I was 27, right? I can run faster, I feel stronger. There are limits to what you can do as you age, but thus far I haven't hit that limit yet. My event, as you know, I go on stage, I do 18 to 20 miles on the first day, and I do 26 miles. I'm on from 8 in the morning to 1 a.m. with a 1-hour break, and people can vote with their feet. Oprah says to me, Tony, she's, I love you, but I can't sit anywhere for 2 hours. Right, it's like, remember I said emotion comes from motion? And also, a minute feels like an eternity when you don't like what you're doing.
Right.
When all your needs are fulfilled, time flies. So I get time to disappear for people so they can transform. And I do it because I've done it for so long. I'm doing an event in LA in a couple weeks in October, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and we have 8,000 people from, I think it's 49 countries, are translating 5 languages. And people from every walk of life, from young kids to people older, athletes, entertainers, average people will all come and become a family and transform in ways that are just extraordinary.
If you're looking to start a new side hustle or even a new business, check out the link in the description below.